Hello and welcome to Gabe's Games. Thank you very much for coming to see me play a little bit more of solo leveling today. Please like and subscribe. Let's get into this. Now I have some Batman videos coming out and a heap of space, so I thought I'd actually just continue. Now, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, I'm still too weak, I think, to progress to the next main mission, so let's honestly go do some more gate leveling up. And, to be honest, whoa, that's crazy, I'm not strong enough by far. I could do a B rank. Yeah, let's do a B rank. We should. I might do. How it usually works is I upload one video.
Hunter, please hurry! This is an emergency!
Oh, whoa!
So, let's try.
That's cool! I usually have one video uploading while they're making another video, so I'm always utilizing my time best, basically. So I have actually
You think I'm going to miss?
An opening! And it's going to take...
I see it all. This is the end!
A few minutes for the latest one to get up there. Once it's up there, I can just go and spend time making the video public. So it'll take like...
Leave it to me. It's over. This is the end! To the front. Too slow.
The time that it takes me
Time for a counterattack.
create this video, my
It's no use. You think I'm going to miss?
I reckon I can pretty... safely
I'll end this.
take B-rank
You can't
gates now.
avoid-
A-rank gates are actually
Too slow.
I might as well take the time to level up and get rid of this. I also have a weird thought about
This is the end.
the concept of
It's over.
the alpha that humans seem to think exists in animals, and so we model our behavior based off of what we think happens in animals.
You're
right?
an unworthy
And
opponent.
the alpha bear. Okay, so the alpha, the concept of the alpha. In our culture, we have assumed that there can only be one human being who is really a male who's on top of his life and in charge of themselves and their environment around them and everything. And they call that concept the alpha male. The problem... Okay, it's some weird thoughts, right? Because we just beat an alpha bear. And in fantasy and in culture, it makes sense. And, you know, it makes sense for them to have this concept of the alpha dog, bear, enemy, whatever it is, you know, the strongest enemy out there. The alpha concept was derived from dogs, or was it wolves, I believe, where they thought that there was one wolf who was in charge of the pack that was in control of everything, essentially. And humans believed that that was how men should operate for a while as well, and so you just have one guy who's in charge of everything. He's the alpha of the pack, so to speak. And culturally, still, a lot of people think that that's how it operates. But we thought that this was something that happened in wolves, and there was a study written on it, the alpha study. I forget exactly what it was called, but there was a study written on wolves and how there's an alpha male which leads the pack. The guy who wrote the alpha male theory later also disproved it himself and said, hang on a minute, I was wrong. The alpha doesn't exist in wolves. It's actually not something that is happening. In fact, what we do have is concerned parents looking after their children in wolves, not this one big alpha male dog which looks after everything. So humans modeled their behavior off of a thing which didn't exist in wolves, and yet we still think that it's actually a thing, and we think that being an alpha is the way to go because wolves do it, and it's just a popular cultural phenomenon at this point. But the problem with there being only one alpha, one male who's on top of their life and in a sphere of influence and power is that that male has to kick every other male in the vicinity into submission for this theory to work. Whereas if you were going to approach it a little bit differently, everybody should be aiming to be their own alpha, their own version of on top of life. Just some random thoughts. Because every single time I see the word alpha, I'm like, it was a theory which was disproven, which humans think actually works, and yet the foundation of this theory is flawed. I'm gonna rescan this again. Because if you only allow one male to actually
Shall we?
get on top of their life, it means that there's only one human being who can actually succeed at life, and everybody else has to
You can't avoid
basically bullied into submission. Everybody should be their own alpha.
an opening!
If you know what I'm saying. Like,
You think I'll end this? Wonder how many
should
levels
all
I'll
be
get
able to
here.
coexist.
This is the end! It's over! Leave it to me.
And this theory of the alpha, which supposedly exists in wolves, doesn't even exist. The guy who wrote the theory disproved
This is the
himself
end.
later and said, oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong.
This is the end! You think I'm going to
We
miss?
should all just be able to be good at life. You can't just have one human being who's good at life and then everybody else is just messed up.
I'll shred you! Leave it to me. An opening! An opening! I'll end this!
Great gates, I can pretty consistently take it seems.
It's no use. Leave it to me. You can't avoid it!
Bigger
This is the
gates.
end. I'll
pretty
cut you in an instant.
I still think I'm going to take
It was a
before
good
I can
fight.
get to the point where I can do like A-rank gates with ease. Like bigger A gates, not a problem. A-rank gates, that's tougher.
Let's go. An opening!
Oh, these little mini
see it all.
centipedes. I'm gonna go out for a meal and I think I might watch a movie, just do something really nice.
Leave it to me. This is the end! An opening!
There's always dancing
It's
happening,
no
but
use.
not sure what it was. As in like partner cards.
This is the end! I see it all. You think I'm going to miss? Time for a counterattack.
But yeah, don't mind me, just rambling on thoughts that I come across. Hey, 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 let's go.
Leave it to me.
I'll ramble some more in a minute, just like fully describe some of my thoughts, because this is a place where I
I'll
can
end this. I see it all.
express, get through stuff.
That's too slow. You think I'm going to miss? Time for a counterattack. It's over.
Duh. Okay, so I'm going to say
You're
there
an
are
unworthy
there are
opponent.
actually a few good things about the concept of being an alpha, so as to speak. Or so to speak, like, the concept of being capable and on top of your life is a very good thing, and that's what this concept of the alpha is in a way. But I do think that there's a problem with the concept of the alpha. The problem of the concept of the alpha male is not only that it actually doesn't exist in wolves, because it was disproven, but the problem of the concept of the alpha male is that it assumes there can only be one capable male in a room, which means all other men are therefore competition that you need to actually bully into submission or arrange social hierarchy so that they are lesser than you. So if you need the concept of the alpha to exist socially as a concept, it means that you need to kick every other man in the room into submission, which is bad for people. It's bad for people to be kicking each other into a state of being lesser than, instead of helping each other grow. Like, we should all be capable and we should all be on top of life, but if you rely on this concept of there needing to be one capable man in a room, you degrade every other potential man in the room, and it just basically it means that only one human being can succeed and everybody else needs to be kicked into submission, and I would argue that that's not healthy. But just some random ranting thoughts.
So, I'm ready. I see it all.
Just imagine if we were all actually getting along and getting on top of life. If everybody was allowed to be an alpha, for example.
An opening!
What?
You think I'm going to miss?
Somebody would use the word alpha, I would use the words self-actualized. If everybody was allowed to actually become the most full version of themselves,
The enemy is pretty strong.
great.
Leave it to me. I'll shred you! I'll end this! Time for a counterattack.
And if we were all getting
Not
along
too slow.
without trying to continuously assert some
see it
social
all.
hierarchy, because there can only be one capable human being in the room, and that would be great too. Let's
You
get on with
can't
this.
avoid it! Tearing through. Time for a counter. An opening. You think I'm going to miss?
But hey, just random thoughts. I'm not always right about
I see
life,
it all. I'll
and
shred you!
I just vent some
It was
thoughts
a good fight.
as I go, play video games, keep them busy. This one, I think, yeah, that's good, that's good. I'm happy with that. It's cool, I'm actually doing B-gate missions with ease now. Am I strong enough to... I'm gonna need to be a bit stronger to do anything else. Alright, I think I finished this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you next time in Games Games.